Okay, so we've all seen the headlines, right? NVIDIA, AI, the stock price going through the roof. But what's really going on behind all that? Today, we're going to dig into the numbers, the actual numbers from their financial reports, to see just how big this AI boom really is. Let's get past the hype and look at the data. And you really have to start right here with this quote from NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang. Listen to this. He's not just saying AI is, the next big thing. No, he's saying it's going to be bigger than the internet, bigger than mobile, bigger than the cloud. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. That is a huge claim. Yeah, a bold claim is one thing, but do the numbers actually back it up? Talk is cheap, right? So let's dive in and see if the math supports that kind of vision. All right, first things first, let's look at how NVIDIA has been doing compared to what everyone thought they would do. Because, one good quarter is nice, but what we're really looking for is a pattern. So before we go any further, just a quick definition. You hear this term all the time, an earnings beat. What does that even mean? Well, basically, the experts on Wall Street make their best guess about how much money a company will make. If the company makes more than that, that's a beat. And it's a really good sign that a company is firing on all cylinders. And here you have it. The proof is right in the pudding. Just look at this table covering the last year. Every single quarter, Wall Street set a really high bar, and every single quarter, NVIDIA didn't just hop over it, they absolutely demolished it. And we're not talking about beating the forecast by a little bit. These are huge surprises. And that kind of consistency, that's what gets the market really excited. It's this classic pattern of under-promising and then just completely over-delivering. It builds a ton of confidence, and that confidence, well, that's what sets the stage for the jaw-dropping numbers we're about to get into. Okay, so that brings us to the main event, the latest quarter. Let's break it down and see what's really powering this whole thing. So check this out. The bar on the left, that was the forecast from Wall Street, and it was already a huge number, believe me. And the bar on the right, that's what NVIDIA actually brought in. They did it again, but this time, the sheer scale of it is just, wow, it's kind of hard to wrap your head around. So when you see a number that massive, you have to ask, where is all this money coming from? Is it the gaming GPUs that made them famous, or is there something else going on? And, well, the chart pretty much says it all. The answer couldn't be clearer. Yeah, gaming is still a big deal for them, no doubt, but look at that giant slice. It's almost the whole pie. The data center business is, without a doubt, the engine driving this entire train. Let's just stop and look at that number. $39 billion. And remember, that's not the company's total revenue for the quarter. That's from just one part of their business in just 3 months. I mean, to put that into perspective, that single number is bigger than the entire yearly economic output of dozens of countries. It's insane. And if that wasn't crazy enough, here's the kicker. That $39 billion, that's a 73% jump from the same time last year. 73%. That is the kind of explosive growth we're talking about when we say AI boom. Okay, so to recap, they keep crushing expectations, and their data center division is growing at a mind-boggling pace. So what's next? Can they keep this up? Where do they even go from here? Well, to get a clue about that, we look at something called guidance. This is basically the company telling us, here's what we think we're going to make next quarter. It's one of the best ways to gauge how confident they are feeling about the near future. And what is NVIDIA guiding for the next quarter? About $45 billion. You heard that right. After the record quarter they just had, they're basically saying, get ready, because the next one is going to be even bigger. So this isn't a signal that things are slowing down. Not at all. They're telling everyone that they expect this wild momentum to just keep on rolling. More growth on top of record growth. But, it's not all sunshine and roses. When something grows this fast, it comes with enormous pressure and enormous risk. And to their credit, NVIDIA is pretty open about the potential storm clouds on the horizon. So you have this balancing act, right? On one side, you've got this super optimistic forecast for about $45 billion. But on the other side, the company itself is pointing to some pretty serious risks. Things like geopolitical tensions, especially with China, the shaky global economy, more and more competitors jumping into the ring, and of course, the ever-present threat of supply chain issues. Any of those could throw a wrench in the works. So, what's the bottom line? The numbers don't lie. The AI boom is very, very real, and NVIDIA is right at the heart of it. But it leaves you with this one huge question. When a company is performing this perfectly, and the expectations are literally sky high, what happens on the day they finally don't deliver?